Brussels warned Switzerland on Monday that all their bilateral agreements will be revised after the Swiss on Sunday narrowly backed a curb on EU immigration. 50.3% of Swiss nationals voted yes to reintroducing immigration quotas on EU citizens, in a referendum heavily opposed by Swiss business leaders and the federal government. The European Commission heavily criticized the outcome of the vote, saying it goes against the principle of free movement of people.
We expressed our regret about this initiative to introduce quotas and the fact that this was approved in the vote yesterday. And this does indeed run counter to the principle of free movement of persons between the EU and Switzerland. And as to our overall relations with Switzerland, the EU is obviously going to look at the implications of this.
The Swiss deal on free movement of people came into force 12 years ago as part of a broader package of agreements with the EU, including access to the EU's internal market. President of the European Parliament, Martin Schulz, said that Switzerland cannot cherry-pick which EU policies it wants to subscribe to.
The impact of the limit of free movement of citizens to other elements of the single market, of the internal market of the European Union, free movement of goods, of capitals, of services, that's we have to see. It is difficult to limit free movement of citizens and not to limit free movement of services, for example. So a lot of negotiations ahead.
The Swiss decision comes amid increasing debate on immigration and the impact of free movement of people in Europe. British Prime Minister David Cameron recently spoke of introducing caps for immigrants from new EU member states. But the Commission warned the UK that the idea goes against EU rules and could have far-reaching consequences.
But the message is very clear today. The free movement of persons is a sacred freedom in the European Union. It's one of the 4 freedoms that we defend, and that message remains valid here today. We're talking about Switzerland now, not the UK today, but I do think that the message remains the same for all our member states.
Foreigners make up 23% of the Swiss population of 8 million, and the EU is Switzerland's biggest trading partner, buying 90 billion euros worth of goods in 2013.